guys, what the fuck is up? Welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for coming back, tuning in, first time, whichever the case. Today's video is going to be a 10 beauty hack video. 10 beauty hacks. I have 10 makeup hacks that I'm going to share with you that I have researched for, that includes almost every kind of area of my face, and that basically where you apply makeup all over your face, a hack for pretty much each section. So I'm going to try them all out. We're going to see what the fuck happens. I'm going to remove the hat and the makeup, and we're going to start pretty much from scratch. And we're going to go and see if they work, if they're good, and if they're worth using going forward. Without further ado, I will be back. Alright, I am back with my nubbin. High and fucking proud, I'll tell ya. As you can see, I've got everything basically gone except one eyebrow, because that's going to be part of the whole like testing thinginger. What I'm going to do is do this half of my face with how I normally would apply whatever it is that I'm doing, and then this half of my face is going to be with all the hacks to see if there's really much of a difference, if it helped, if it made it worse, or whatever the fuck. The first hack that I learned and read about was applying an ice cube to your pores before applying primer or anything that way, so it helps close your pores and you see less of them. I've got my ice cube here, and unfortunately I'm going to apply it to my face. I fucking hate being cold. This is like I'm fucking torturing myself. Alright, front row fucking center, guys. It's already melting in my hand. I'm scared. I don't want to do it. 1, 2, okay, let's just, holy fuck. I'm such a baby. Ooh. And it's dripping everywhere, of course. Oh, this is fucking terrible. Woo! That'll wake you up in the morning. I'm making a mess. So I'm using the Cover FX blurring primer for this. I guess they kind of look a little bit smaller. My face is cold as shit. You know, actually, I think it really did kind of work. I know it's not something you can see like totally, but I feel like this side you can see more pores up close and not as many on this side, but I don't know. I could just be seeing shit. And the other side, I'm just going to apply normally. So the next thing that I'm going to do is my foundation. So this is the second tip. To make it thicker, you're supposed to apply some translucent powder in with the foundation. So first I'm just going to apply it normally to the one side of my face. Another tip, the third tip, is going slower and using a dabbing motion to get it to blend better instead of rushing through it. So on this half of my face I'm going to use a kabuki brush, and I'm going to just go quick, and I'm just going to quickly apply it. And then this side of my face I'm going to use a dampened sponge, and I'm just going to go slower and take my time and just go in and out, and with a thicker coverage foundation. So first is the thinner, regular, normal foundation. What I'm using is what I normally use as well, which is my Makeup Forever HD foundation. That's just the shit that I invested in and that I normally use because it was expensive. Okay, that's that side. Now I'm going to take some on my hand and I'm going to mix it with some translucent powder to thicken it. I don't know how I'm going to do this. So I'm just taking some e.l.f. translucent powder and I guess a brush. I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't think this through. I'm going to put it on a palette, on the back of a palette, and mix it on there. We're going to try that. I did not think that through. And then some powder. So it's a little thicker. I'll give it that. I'm just gonna apply it. Now I'm just gonna go through the motions and do it slowly. I guess it's a bit thicker, sure. Did not minimize my pores much. So comparing the two sides, if you tell, like, my freckles are more visible on this side and they are more covered on this side. So I think that kind of worked. So then you don't have to apply too much of your stuff. You can mix it in with your fucking powder. So, okay, sure. Sure. So the next tip I have, this is tip number 4, is by putting red on your under eye for your concealer. So it helps diminish circles under your eye. So I'm gonna take a red lipstick and try it. I bought a new wine. Our friend Jordan introduced it to me. It's called Saints and Sinners. It's fucking fabulous. So I'm not gonna put the lipstick directly on my face. It kind of looks orangey pinky, but this is the reddest I have without it being like gloss. Just gonna take a brush. I'm just gonna take some off and apply it to my one side under eye. Trust the process. Just trust the process. Now I'm going to try my concealer over top. This one and normally, and just see what kind of difference it makes. Okay, so that is just with normal concealer. And for that I use very messy MAC Pro Long concealer. I've had it forever. Now I'm going to apply it on the other side. Ooh. You know, when I was younger and dumb, I used that concealer as foundation. I didn't know what I was doing, and I'm like, oh yes, I need some more of that foundation, you know, the stuff that's in the tiny bottle. Like, what a waste of money. I'm like, how the fuck am I paying so much money for some fucking foundation that's in the tiniest little bottle? Well, duh, Sheena, because it's not fucking foundation, it's fucking concealer. Like, get your shit together. Anyway, let's apply over top. So, verdict, I guess it worked. Yeah, I don't know, I can't tell. Like, I always have natural baggage look under my eyes, so maybe with like a finished look, like it'll look better. I'm gonna put some powder on and just bake it a little bit and just see if it makes a difference after it's kind of all done. I'm using more like an e.l.f. packed translucent powder just over top. So that shit's gonna bake for a little bit and we're gonna move on. The 5th tip I have is how to apply your eyebrows. So that's why I left this one on. This is how I normally do my eyebrows. So I'm gonna do the trick for the other side. That is a very common thing that people do. And that is basically measuring everything out to put eyebrow shit on properly. I use the e.l.f. brows shit. What they do is measuring out. So, okay, let's go here. Going up to the middle of your eye. So that is kind of where my arch is anyways. And right down the center of your nose, which is right where my brows end. Now what I like to do is where I have a fade in front is apparently too long for how it's supposed to fit your eyes. So I'm gonna just do these off camera quick here because they take really long to do, and then I'll come back and see if there's much of a difference. Okay, so this is the very quickly done improved brow. It doesn't look too much different. I definitely had to shorten it. What I normally do is bring it down more. My arch is usually different, like it's more archy. And then I usually bring this more forward to be able to have a more faded look. I pretty much had to stop right there, and I do have hair still here because I cover it. I don't know, I feel like it's just too short for me here, and that like my eyebrows, I don't know. Do you guys like it? Does it look better or does it look worse than the other side? Like for my face, it's supposed to be the proper way, but like I don't know how I feel about it, you know? So let me know your thoughts down below. So tip number 6 is doing a powder over top of my eyes to be able to do a really smooth finish eyeshadow look. So I'm gonna do something really quick, really simple. We're gonna put some concealer on my eyelid first. I like to use that more than I like to use primer. Just is a better look that way. Woo! I'm glad I didn't use this brush because it didn't look like there was anything on it, but there was black, a lot of black. That would have been just a hot fucking mess on my eye. I'm gonna use this bigger foundation brush. Apply it to both eyes. Just all over, nice and even. Now this is something I always do anyways, but I figured it'd be a good hack because I don't know how many people actually use it or utilize it. And that is putting a translucent powder over top of it so it's just a smoother finish. So I'm just using e.l.f.'s little translucent powder for your under eye. Just apply that to the top. I'm going to leave this other eye just with nothing on it. And then we're just going to take just a palette here and just kind of go cray-cray. And I'm going to apply just a regular color. I'll go with this pinky color here on the non-done eye. Just seeing how it lays. So that's that eye there. And the other eye. Okay. So in my opinion, they kind of look the same, but in the long term, I think it'll last longer throughout the day because it's got a base on there and keep it from creasing. You be the judge. The seventh thing? Oh yes. Seventh thing I'm going to do is apply mascara. Now I'm going to use just a regular like Kush Milk mascara on my eyes. On this eye, just normally. Just one layer, because the other eye, we're going to put some powder on it just to make it more fuller and see if it works. Just going to apply the powder and the first layer, I'll be right back. So I've applied the first layer for both. Now I'm going to put another layer of powder onto the one eye. The other hack that's involved is number 8 is doing a business card behind your eye so then you don't get any on your finished product of your eyeball. So I don't have a business card with me. I'm just going to take a piece of paper and then we're going to put it like this and see if it works. I'm going to put more powder on my eye just to dry it up so I can apply more mascara. See if this works. Oh, good. Oh my god. So that card idea was kind of weird and terrible. Didn't like it, but I definitely think that powder one works for sure. I'm just not really taking my time as much, but you can see they're definitely more fuller on this side than they are this side, but they kind of look like spider legs too. So whatever your opinion. The last tip that I have is applying lippy. I have a problem that they bleed all the time and I don't use lip liner. So I don't have white liner. You're supposed to use white liner and line your lips to help with it not blending and smudging out and shit. So I'm just gonna apply this to my lips. I'll be right back. So this is essentially just a nude color pencil. So I used that instead. And then we're just gonna apply some lippy all over. I'm gonna use a really dark bold color because I guess that's what today's about. Just fucking try new shit. So verdict says I'm not very good at putting lipstick on at all, but this might have to be a long-term wear type testing, but I can tell that it definitely, fuck. This is turning out to be disastrous. Look at this, honey. Just fucking gong show over here. Well, I might as well just fucking try out a vampire look today. Well, it seems to work, but I gotta test out all day and I don't have all day right now. I just don't have all day. So let's get this shit off my face right now. Definitely baked it, but you can see the red underneath my eye. And it might look better if I did it on both sides, but I didn't, so maybe it'll look good. Like it looks pretty decent if I do this, and then it's a lot lighter when I do that. So I think that red trick works, you just maybe don't use as much. My last tip, which I'm running out of time for here, basically is taking mascara, applying it on a fan brush, and then putting it on your bottom lashes for more accuracy. Now, I personally just wouldn't do that. I just like putting it on so the normal fucking spoolie and just applying that shit. Basically, just be careful. You don't have to fucking go all ham. So that's my tips. So I hope y'all like it and let me know what you think down below. Have a great rest of your night. I love y'all so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.